Say hello to the all-new BMW X7. It's big, it's bold, and it's definitely not electric. The 7-seat SUV arrived earlier in the year to become, physically anyway, the most BMW that money can buy. It is absolutely gigantic. Just like this big fat grille on the front, which has actually caused quite a bit of controversy, with some people saying that it's too much grille. But is there such a thing as too much grille? As always, we would love to hear your thoughts on the design in the comments section below. And while you're there, you may as well give us a thumbs up and subscribe to stay up to date with all the new cars to hit the market. Now, one benefit to being absolutely gigantic is, we hope, the space that you get inside the cabin. So let's check that out first. The boot measures in at 326 litres, which might not sound all that impressive, but bear in mind that's with all 7 seats in place, which makes it not bad at all. Also impressive is the split electric opening, which allows you to lower the load area and reduce bending, which is always good. You can also fold all 5 back seats electrically via this control panel on the side here, and look how slick this is. Now, it's not the quickest thing in the world, but it is very satisfying. Wait for it. And there you go, you've got a nice X7 van. The first row of back seats are as luxurious as you would expect. A bit of an airplane vibe to them, especially with these front seats being so well bolstered and this quite formal looking magazine holder. But definitely first class airplane vibes, with 4-zone climate control for individual temperature adjustments. You've got electrically adjustable heated seats. You can fit tablet holders or mini TV screens in here. You've got a USB port for charging, a pull-down centre armrest complete with those all-important cup holders, and everything is very squishy and comfortable with plenty of head and legroom. What more could you ask for? Then as for the second row of seats, again, there doesn't seem to be such a thing as manual adjustment in this car. You move the first row out of the way like so, and even back there they've got their own air conditioning, cup holders and USB ports. There's also 2 sets of Isofix anchors for car seats and another 2 in this middle row, meaning you can carry 4 child seat age kids very, very safely. I'm not really sure where to start with this interior because there's just so much to digest, but I suppose I could begin with the fact that this particular car happens to be spec'd with a nice €26,000 worth of optional extras. And that includes things like LED laser headlights and a premium package packed with things that the more cynical amongst us might call gimmicks, like heated and cooled cup holders, seat ventilation, as well as heating and a massage function. Actually, scratch that, that's not a gimmick, I'll keep that. Other extras include a diamond gear shifter, panoramic glass roof and €3,000 worth of alloy wheels. But even without all that, the interior of the X7 is a seriously impressive place to be. Standard features on this M Sport model include this gorgeous ivory merino leather interior. You've got the fantastic iDrive infotainment system, complete with a very handy wireless Apple CarPlay function, gesture control, which I will never ever get tired of showing off, and seats with so much electric adjustment that it feels like you're doing yoga. You also get this touchscreen BMW display key, which will allow you to do things like preheat the car on a cold morning and check your fuel and stuff. Very, very cool to show your friends, but in reality can be a little bit bulky and annoying to carry around. But the overall standout feature of this cabin are the obscene levels of comfort. And I can't think of a more well-polished and high-tech space that I'd like to spend a long journey in. I had to laugh when I read the brochure description of the X7 because it says, and I quote, "Despite its majestic appearance, it gives the impression of lightness and agility thanks to its puristic design and athletic styling." Nothing about this car looks or feels light. It is an enormous and imposing vehicle, and what it does say is, "I'm a gigantic BMW, get out of my way now." And there's a good chance that that's the very reason why you're considering it. This is the entry-level 30D, which starts at a bargainous €115,000. It's powered by a 3-litre diesel engine and comes with an 8-speed automatic gearbox and 4-wheel drive as standard. Power output is a useful 265 HP alongside an impressive 620 Newton meters of torque. So there is plenty of poke there to help carry around its considerable bulk. Other engine options include the higher powered M50D as well as a couple of high performance petrols in the 40i and the insanely powerful M50i with its 530 PS. But this is the sensible option. And if there's one thing I do agree with from the flowery brochure language is that it is a lot more agile than it looks on the road. And despite its size, still manages to maintain that great BMW driving experience. It stays lovely and planted around corners with sharp steering that make it feel genuinely engaging on a twisty road. Yet you've got tons of comfort and different suspension settings to ensure it stays nice and calm and composed in and around the suburbs where, let's face it, the majority of them are going to find homes. Unfortunately, CO2 emissions of 170 grams a kilometre make it insanely expensive to tax at €750 a year, possibly worse next year when WLTP comes into effect. But fuel economy is probably not as bad as it could be at about 9 litres per 100 kilometres in the real world. But in short, it's still not what you could call a green vehicle, and it joins a long list of its competitors there, and that could very well be quite a big issue for it, especially in the current climate. Bad pun not intended. Greta Thunberg won't approve, but if a giant diesel SUV is what you want and you're sure about that, then there are a few out there that will match the performance, drivability and outright luxury of this one. Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Like and share if you enjoyed the video, and if you'd like to see more like it, please hit subscribe.